Hey, what's up, AfterBuzzers? The boys are back in town, and so are we. Tonight, we're breaking down Season 2, Episode 1 of TNT's Animal Kingdom right after this.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yes!
Welcome back.
Hey!
Welcome back.
Back for Season 2. I am so excited.
I can't, you guys. I was doing a lot of research.
Yeah, I know.
I was really stoked.
We're all so stoked. And we're stoked to have you guys here. What's up, you guys? My name is Alina Vision, and you can catch me on all social media at Alina Vision. That's Vision with 2 S's. And I'm joined by my girls. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi guys, I am Layla the newbie, so thanks for having me here, guys.
Of course.
Layla Raad, and you can find me on Instagram at Laylizzle.
Oh, wait, your last name is Rad?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We got a Rad and a Vision. I love it.
Oh, and then there's me. Hey guys, Leslie Ambriz here. You guys can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at In Less Than No Time.
See, but you got like the purple hair going.
That's
so
enough.
you got the dope purple hair going.
And you busted out the Ambriz.
Exactly.
Gotta say it right, you know?
Exactly.
I like it.
All right. So, ladies, let's just do first overall impressions of the show, because it's been a while since we've been back. So, what did you guys think?
Of the season or going
Just
from
the
season 1
show.
to 2?
This episode,
Episode,
Okay.
yes.
Ooh.
it's
you can
just
go
exciting
first,
just
yeah.
watching
Right.
everyone back on the Last Supper table.
Right.
You know, just seeing all the characters again, remembering who everyone is, and just kind of getting a piece of what everyone has given in season 1, you know?
Right.
So every time you see everyone for the first time, it's like, oh yeah, I remember it ended with that, or, you know.
Yeah, they did
I
a
remember
great job.
Pope, the last thing he did was this, and he really surprised us on
Right.
this episode. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they did. It was like usually with going from season 1 to season 2, a lot of shows, it's a little rough. The transition, you're like, oh yeah, this is the first episode back. Like you can feel it. This one, it was more of an excitement of, okay, now we're back. There wasn't
Right.
any like awkward things. There weren't any like plot holes that were missed. Like they did such a good job of just writing it so cohesively as if
Right.
nothing happened.
Right, picking
So
up
I
where we
love
left
that. Yeah,
off.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree with you guys. I feel like this is just an extension of last season, and we're going to see kind of how this family evolves, which it looks like it's going to be bananas.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
it does.
Completely. So I'm super excited for this season. Just so you guys know, if you guys are watching us live on YouTube, we do have the live chat on, so feel free to write to us. We love chatting with you guys. But if you're not watching us live, you know, leave a comment in the YouTube section in the comments
read
below.
it.
Yeah,
Read them all,
exactly.
guys.
Exactly.
Please.
Let us know what
see
you
that.
think. If you're listening to us on iTunes, you know, give us those stars. So yeah, let's hop into it. Starting with the opening robbery. You know, the Cody boys doing what they do best.
Oh, so messy. It was, okay,
So messy,
I forgot how much anxiety this show gives me until
know.
as we were watching the scene, I was sitting there. I was eating dinner while watching it. But I was like sitting there and I was like, oh my God, my heart is beating 1,000,000 miles per hour right
Right.
now. Like one thing's going to go wrong. Like when we saw the truck backing up, I was like, that's it. I think
Yeah.
I yelled and everyone looked at me.
You did.
And I
You
was
really
like, I was
did.
like, what is she doing? I was like, I'm sorry. Because I was just, of course, like something's going to happen. There's going to be a loose end in this. I feel like even with this robbery, even though it was just an intro, I could definitely see something happen.
Right.
It's going to be a loose end later on.
Right.
You know what I saw? I saw Jay being a badass for the first time.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, where he just crashes into that fence, and I'm like, whoa, okay, he's definitely playing the Cody part,
Yeah.
right?
It's like the first time that he, I feel like, has fully embraced his part in the family. Like, he's a
Right.
Cody boy now.
Right.
That's what I got from that scene. Yeah, because he just went right through that fence. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
And
like...
you see it in his face,
Yeah.
and you just, I mean, it just looks like he's really having fun doing
Yeah.
this now, so.
He's about it. Like, he's part of the family.
Yeah.
He's in on everything. They're not, like, leaving him out on something. I mean, granted, he was just there to keep watch.
Right.
But he actually thought really quickly and,
Yeah.
you know, threw that stuff into, made a fire in the bin and actually ended up saving the whole
Yeah,
heist.
really taking part.
Exactly.
And I love that even though he was more of a quiet character in the last season, even now he has this like very stoic, just like you have no idea what I'm thinking. I could be coming up with 50 different ideas on ways of how to kill you right now, but you don't know. Or he could be thinking about something like stupid, you know?
Right,
But he just has that very like that presence that you I love it.
Me too.
That's all I can think
Me
of.
too. I love that you touched on that because I felt like last season, especially at the beginning, we saw more of his side of the story coming into this family, and now I feel like we're getting more of everyone's kind of feel of the family. And it's interesting to see because since we don't have his really point of view perspective as much, like we don't know exactly what he's thinking,
right?
Especially, which we'll get into later, like with the way the family breaks down and all of that, which will be really interesting to see. So yeah, the robbery, so messy per usual, and they don't get as much money as they went there to get.
Not at all.
Exactly.
I was actually upset. I was like, what?
The minute he opened the safe and there, you could see just like it was
that
dark.
cashier wallpaper.
I was like,
Yeah, I mean, and they were irate about it with reason.
Of course.
With reason. I mean, they went in there for $90,000 and you pull out like two little tiny stacks of cash.
What was it, 5,000?
500. Yeah, not even thousands.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Not even 100 for each,
like
right?
there were 10s.
No, but then we find out, I mean.
At
a
least.
stack of 10s.
Yeah, we see that. I don't know if you guys caught this, but then when Smurf goes to that one guy's house to ask him like what happened, it turns out she got the date wrong.
Yes.
And
Smurf
we never
was the
picked that up
sloppy
again.
one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Smurf was the sloppy one. So she goes over to this guy's house and says, you know, what happened? He's like, I was going to ask you what happened because I told you that it was the first Thursday of every month and it's Tuesday. Like, what are you doing? And I was waiting to see if she was going to tell the boys.
Yeah.
And apologize.
Of course she wouldn't. Of course she wouldn't, because nothing's her fault.
Yeah. Do you think it'll ever come back to haunt her, though?
I think it will be, but not on a grand scale. I think it'll just be something that maybe starts a quick fight within the family, and then we'll kind of get brushed over with whatever bigger scandal we're going to have this season.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but this season I feel like Smurf is gonna end up working for them. I don't know. I just kind of see that. I mean, just the opening of the episode, she's already drinking. Yeah. So you can tell that she's already going to be a mess, right? Not the beginning of the episode, but like you just kind of see it coming from that to just everything else where, I don't know.
I think her life, I don't know if she'll join them, just from my perspective, but I think we're definitely going to see like her fall.
Well, I feel like she's going to join them by default because she has no other option. That's
exactly,
how I feel.
It's like, who's going to do the
kinda like,
heist for
right,
her? Like, they were literally
She
her
has a lot
minions.
of other goons, though, like out in the world.
Yeah.
Because we even, these new
But
guys.
I don't know if she trusts them as much as she trusts, like, her own
That's
family.
true.
You know?
And I feel like those are the only ones that she probably doesn't even want to trust them, but she feels like she has to because they're her family. Yeah. So
I don't know, guys, but you know we have a whole season to figure
Hi,
it
Sam.
out.
Oh, we got somebody in the chat. Sam Jones. What's up, Sam Jones?
Thanks
Glad
for
you
joining
made
us.
it.
Dude,
yeah.
jump on, dude, girl, Sam. I don't know.
Join
Sam
us.
is a very
Just join on
join
in.
either way, but join us.
Yeah, join on
us.
in.
So that's
yeah,
Smurf.
That's Smurf. And I mean, that opening when we see her, she's still dealing with whatever happened in last season. You know, her killing that guy. Clearly, it's really affected her, and she still hasn't told any of the boys, right? So they have no idea.
This is her little secret.
Exactly, like what's wrong with her. They think it has to do with their last heist of Pendleton, and no, it's not that. So I think something in the near future is going to come out about that.
We're definitely going to find out more. We found out a lot about her backstory last time, but we're definitely going to find out more, I think, of just what's causing this downfall outside of the family.
Yeah, so let's move on to the family fight, because right after that, the boys are literally, they've had it. They've had it with her. They've had it with all of just not being able to get as much money as they think they're owed. Do you think they're in the right? Do you guys think they're in the right?
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think they should do?
I mean, I would say I think they're doing the right thing of just kind of breaking off from her, because we even see some of I won't say who yet because we haven't talked about it, but like some of the boys actually wanting to like turn their lives around for the better.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Why not?
I mean, Darren. Holla at Darren. He wants
Yes.
to invest in a bar.
I love Darren.
He wants to invest in a bar
Yeah.
and like make money like in a
Good
good
for him.
honest
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
I can agree with you.
I loved it. I even like
Or at
wrote
least
it
we
down.
think it's in a good, honest way so far.
It might be like, it might be
Right.
a cover, like a front for
Right.
something else, but
Right.
at least, you know, he has
He's
something that's
thinking.
his.
I think he's always been that way, right?
Yeah.
Trying to like think about investments and stuff like that.
Yeah, he
So,
mentioned something in
yeah.
the last season, like, oh
Right.
yeah,
And
I'm
he
gonna
didn't even
buy
go to
some
school.
condos.
Right, I know. Oh, bless.
Jay was like, yeah, I can tell.
I
I was like, oh, but you know, he's like the big lovable dummy, and I like that we're seeing more of his like human side and not just this like big buffoon that
Right.
moves around everywhere.
Yeah.
We see that there is a heart. in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Another part where I was like, "Aw, he's a smart one," when he was telling Craig to just pretty much get up and start being responsible.
Yeah.
Right. I was
wasn't
so happy
expecting
that
it.
like he told him
Yeah,
that.
I thought he was just gonna barge in like, "Oh, come on, man, you're doing coke
Like,
again,"
start-
you know,
start
like,
getting the coke
all right, let me
Craig
get a
and
hit, you know,
Craig,
yeah. So it was nice to see that side, you know, 'cause
Right.
It seems like obviously they're the closest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Maybe Darren will like change Craig for the better. Hopefully at the end of the season though, because I want to see
Right.
all the craziness. Because
Because we still want Craig to be
it'll
Craig.
be like the last episode.
Don't
Their
get it
lives will
twisted.
turn around. It'll be like a Disney Channel movie or something.
I don't know if the Cody Bulls will take that route.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
But
yeah,
and-
not
and
with
then
like the first
we-
5 minutes
I
of a sex
know.
scene.
Oh my
God,
goodness.
no.
Oh my
Don't
goodness.
think so.
Yeah.
Which, okay, side, very like small scene. But that girl that was covering herself when Baz walked in, I was like, y'all just slept together. He saw all
I think we
of
all,
you.
yeah, we all just
Yeah.
had that. Like, what's that about? That's
Guys,
That
don't
was
you do that?
weird.
Don't you do that? I do that.
I mean, don't you get really embarrassed after this guy is seeing you naked?
Yeah.
It was
Who
just
does
weird.
that?
I don't know if that was more of like a comedic thing that they threw that in there, or if that
Like, we didn't get her name. We didn't get
Yeah.
really anything about her.
I felt like it was an
the girl at the
unnecessary
bar.
scene.
Yeah.
Besides, we notice more how lonely Baz is.
Right,
but
exactly.
I don't know. I thought it was weird and unnecessary.
Yeah,
in my
I
point
can
of
agree
view,
with
yeah.
that.
I can agree on
It was
that.
like one of those. Oh shoot, the episode's too short. Just throw in that one scene. We accidentally filmed, like,
But it actually also shows how low Baz has gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like here's Kat, the mother of your child, right?
Right.
And she's obviously dead, but she's missing for all
Right.
you know. She went off with another dude or whatever. So, well, actually, I mean, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I guess he thinks she took off with another dude, so he's like, let me get back
no,
at
he
you.
knows that she's dead. But
Nah.
right? But he thinks that Vin killed her.
I don't think he knows.
I don't
it,
think he knows
no.
either.
He doesn't
No?
know.
I
You're
thought-
making me question
I know,
myself
I'm
now.
like, wait.
No, I know.
I don't
Okay,
think
y'all
he
in the
knows.
chat.
I
Help us
know.
out.
Let's see. What's up, guys? Okay, from Sam Jones. Sam Jones.
Gotta love Darren.
Gotta love Darren. Yes, that is Jasmine
Jasmine.
Oden. Yep. I agree with Leslie. Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I
I'm
don't
pretty
think he
sure-
knows that she's dead. From what I remember, I don't
thought
think he
he
knows.
did.
I think he just thinks like she took off.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch some episodes,
Yeah.
and then I'll come back.
All
So
right,
that's
That's why
then
I'm
come back.
thinking, like, I
Right.
guess it makes sense that
Right.
he just takes this random
Yeah.
girl. Like, I feel like he's almost doing it for revenge.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
he's seeking it.
Because I
Like, really
can't see
seeking
him knowing she's dead and being like, "Hey,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
up,
yeah,
girls?" Yeah. So
But he
But-
didn't really love her. He was just kind of with her because of Lena.
true.
His true love is
True.
Lucy.
All right, before we get to
Uh-huh.
Lucy, let's
Sorry,
circle
sorry,
back
I'm all over the
around.
place. Uh-huh.
Let's circle back around to like the little teams that are forming once the family decides that, you know what, we're not hanging out with Smurf anymore or doing work for her. So Darren and Craig decide to team up, and they're gonna do like this yacht thing. And Baz and Pope team up, and it's not quite clear what they're doing. I guess they're gonna be doing more heists, right?
Yeah, they want to break into a church.
Right.
Mega church.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, okay. What did you guys think when they said that? Like,
I'm never giving offerand again. That's what I was thinking. Get out of here.
That's where it goes.
Like,
No,
I
it
think
was-
Craig had that one clarity moment. Like, that is some bad karma, you know?
Plus, I feel like mega churches always have like insane security
they
too.
do.
So, how are y'all gonna? That's
I
like
mean,
high tech.
If they got into Pendleton,
That's true.
that's high tech.
That's true.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
A church, I
It's
think,
just
is
weird
real
that they-
easy.
Well, then again, if they got into a Scientology church,
This is
that
true.
would
That
be
would
amazing.
They get some serious cash. if
Seriously.
They got into
Seriously.
Guys, I think you're thinking of the wrong religion.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Totally.
It's a weird. I would not have expected.
Let's see. So Jasmine in the chat says, hopefully Baz will eventually find out that Pope is
The one that
is the one
is
that
not
killed
Catherine.
Catherine. Yeah.
that
I
would
think so.
definitely ruin that
Right?
team. Yeah.
Going with what Jasmine is saying, I have a question, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what you guys think.
Ask away.
Pope and Baz are hanging out quite a lot, right? It seems
Right.
like they're teaming up, which we're talking about. Do you think he's doing it out of remorse? Like, do you think he is hanging out with him because he kind of feels like he owes him something? Like, he's guilty of what he did? And so he's hanging out with
I
Baz
wouldn't say
so that
he's
Baz never
hanging-
suspects him. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but then I wouldn't say that he's hanging out with Baz for that reason. I would say more for Lena. And then, in that sense, for Catherine, because Lena is a
Okay,
part
right.
of her. Uh-huh.
Because he's remorseful.
Because he's remorseful that he killed his one true love that he could never have.
So do you think that's why he went back to the gravesite?
Yeah.
I think he just
yeah.
went back to the gravesite because he's creepy Pope. And also, a lot of people that like murder people that they know and bury them somewhere, they go
Gosh, that's
back
sad.
to the
I know.
gravesite,
That's
which
true.
is like the stupidest thing,
I
I
know.
think.
That's true,
I-
though.
Yeah. But so I kind of got that from that scene. But as far as Baz and Pope hanging out together, I guess I kind of think it could be part of the remorse. But I think it's also a natural pairing because Craig and Darren are a little bit more immature-ish than I would say Pope and Baz are.
Right.
So I feel like the teams kind of fit with
Yeah.
each other a little
Even
bit
in terms
more.
of like siblings, how they were
Right,
raised. 'Cause It was
exactly.
more Baz,
Yeah.
Pope, and then Jay's mom all together.
Exactly.
Oh,
All
Right.
as a little trio. She's gone. These
Right.
two, that's all they have.
Yeah.
And then who knows when Darren and Craig came out of nowhere.
right, right.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about this new character that we got introduced to.
Which one?
The cute one.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
no, okay, yeah.
Right?
Enough
I
said.
Right?
Oh, I wasn't thinking that.
Harvey, right? Harvey comes.
Wait,
Was
is
it Harvey or Javi?
I know. Is it stereotypical of me to be like, that's Javi?
It might have been
Well, because
Harvey.
she said
Harvey, I don't
Manny,
know.
so I assume
Right.
Manny.
It could be
Javi.
Javi. It
They're
could be
in San
Javi. I know, I
Diego.
thought the
You
same
know, we
thing.
deal with a lot of Mexico.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Right.
But he's somebody obviously that has known Smurf for a really long time.
Yeah.
So where do you think he comes from? What do you think his deal is?
No, it's definitely like what I was saying earlier. We're definitely someone from her past that's led to her like big heist. What's the word I'm looking for? Her like heist life, I guess. I can't think of a
okay.
better word.
Can
Like
you
maybe
imagine
he's
how
the
many
guy that
other ones
started
she
her or
has, though?
something. I don't know.
I just feel like there's so many, like all of these dudes that were in her life in the past were going to
Oh
show
yeah,
up.
Right.
we met them all like an episode last season, like literally in one episode. It was like all these
Yeah.
guys, and I was like, whoa. where
And
did
now in
that
this
come
one, there were
from?
like 3 new faces, right?
Right, yeah.
Maybe Manny's like her one true love that we meet.
Yeah.
No.
I kind of got the feeling that she owed him something because the guy was like, Javi, we'll call him Javi.
Yeah.
Was like, you're coming with me now.
And she wasn't really fighting it,
Right,
huh?
but she was going to go for the gun. So that made me feel like she felt threatened in some way. You know, like she didn't want to go. I don't know.
Maybe someone that she turned on,
Maybe.
like her and Manny, or were like
Yeah.
bros, homies,
What
and then
is
all of
the-
a sudden, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Oh,
I wonder
it
what...
was Javi.
Javi,
Thanks,
okay,
Ben.
awesome. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wonder, let us know in the chat what you think this whole dynamic is between Javi, Manny, and Smurf, because we got questions about that
I
for
think
sure.
it was a daddy.
Hey, who was
love
that other guy?
situation.
I forgot his name, but the Tuesday, not Thursday guy, or Thursday,
Oh,
not Tuesday.
I don't remember.
I don't
think he
remember.
had
I
a
think it's
name.
just a guy that she
that's another
probably,
face that-
that she probably
Just another one of
gets
her.
info
another
from.
one of her.
Yeah,
dudes,
her
yeah.
goons,
Okay.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. So yeah, but Baz and Pope actually decide to cut Smurf in for 10%.
Which is stupid.
Why do you think it's stupid?
Because if you're going to cut someone out of your life completely, just get the hell out of there. Don't keep coming back for meatloaf dinners. Don't be giving them...
Well, who's going to cook for them now?
Exactly. 10%. Like, you chose to leave, so congrats. Like, now you have to cook yourself dinner and, I don't know, keep your 10%, you know? I think it's weird.
But I also think that's enough to just still have her there and not cut her off completely.
Right.
I feel like these guys are really nothing without her.
Right.
At the end of the day, they're all her kids, and they're babies.
They're all
Yeah,
kinda
they are.
stupid
You know,
in
they
their own
are.
way, yeah.
Even
Like, and we saw that when Darren and Craig were at the gas station. They couldn't get gas because she cut off their card. Like, how old are you?
I
You
know.
Yeah, like
Not even Pope being in prison for
Exactly.
3 years, like forgetting how to
Exactly.
do anything. You know?
There's a lot of
Yeah.
ways to make money now. They need
Yeah.
to...
Yeah.
Maybe they don't
Darren,
know about
oh
Uber.
boy,
I
just
know.
figuring it out. Yeah, they could totally like
Someone should
Uber,
talk to them
guys.
about Uber.
Uber.
But then this would be a really boring series.
Right,
If they all got their
exactly.
lives together and just started Ubering around Oceanside.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably what'll happen after Smurf is no longer in the picture. So.
The alternate universe of
All
Animal
right.
Kingdom.
Vanessa in the chat also says, remember she had that storage unit with all of the jewelry and cash.
yeah.
She sure
Thanks,
did.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
That's true.
Jasmine, they all probably did jobs together when Smurf was young. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
With Manny.
Yeah.
Sam, however, said probs.
Kind
very
of about the
important.
relationship.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it is kind of a Bates Motel situation.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of Craig and Nikki.
Oh, my God. She's like the lead.
Thought you'd
girl.
never
Like,
get
no
there.
Exactly.
way.
Craig and Nikki. I mean, he's totally blowing her off on text.
Yeah, but I feel like this relationship is helping for us to see that nice side of Craig. Because how easy would it be for him to just like yell at her? I know it's a weird version of nice, but I think he like deep down cares about her. Because he could easily just throw her aside to the curb, like lock his door and not let her in. But he still opens the door, still responds to her texts. Like,
Well, I mean, she was banging pretty hard.
Right. But I feel like, I mean, do they still need to be nice to her given
I
what
think
happened with
so.
the dad and stuff, right? So that's his way
You
of just
think
kind of
that's
still
the way
keeping her in the
of
loop.
keeping-
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
'Cause I mean,
Layla, what would I do
her,
without you?
her dad, you know,
I
he
forgot
could
about the
just
dad, yeah.
bang, bang.
Exactly.
So,
That's true.
Even though
He's still
he's
gotta-
in the thick of it too, which is why I think he's taking the job in Guam, probably
To get
away from
Yeah.
everything. Because once you go through that once, if that's not in your system, you just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
go
Yeah, because
away.
who goes to Guam? Like, that's,
exactly.
that's a
I mean, I'd
really-
like to
do
go
sewer
for like
systems,
a week.
right?
But
I
to
don't
live,
mind.
to
I
live,
know,
But
I know.
yeah, I was kind of with Nikki on that. I don't know if I'd want.
I don't know. Would you? If you were in
To
Nikki's
live?
shoes,
No.
yeah.
If you're a teenager, you want to be around your friends and like just
Yeah.
hang
Your
out.
In
cokehead friends?
Oceanside.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you're by the beach.
Exactly.
Well, to her, cokehead friends are all she has.
Exactly. And yeah, we see that Craig obviously has another girl. in the
That was
room.
funty.
He's like,
actually.
It was,
right?
It was. But yeah, he did make a very smooth transition out of that. So let's move on to Jay. Let's talk about Jay in this
Okay.
episode. What are you guys thinking about this whole Jay Smurf? Everyone's trying to get him
On their team.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you think is going to happen
Well,
with
he's
that?
definitely not on Baz and Pope's team after that conversation he had with Baz.
Right.
Like, I was like, dude, if you're trying to get him on your side, don't belittle what he did.
yeah.
Like, that was a stupid move. I could see him just honestly sticking around with Smurf.
I was gonna say that.
Really?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Security.
Because she gave him a credit card.
Yeah.
All right, with no limit.
He's got money.
That's a sugar
he's
mama.
got a house.
He's
like,
smart.
If he has
Food.
to sleep with her a few times, I think Jay would do it.
Because they already do.
Uh-huh.
I know,
It's
yeah.
weird.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
feel like that. Yeah, he's only in high school still. Like poor guy. He's not gonna go to college, is he? Dang. He's gonna get sucked in this life of crime. But sorry, that was an aside. But yeah, I could definitely, just because of the security, I could see him sticking around
Right.
with Smurf. And she's kind of got all the big connections, so if he needs to pull a job for her, he can
Yeah.
easily figure people out,
What do
find
you
people to
think?
help them out.
Well, I think I agree with Leslie, and I think it has a lot to do with him coming back and asking Smurf, like, can I still live here? Kind of like,
Right.
I want to know where I stand, you know? So.
Did you ever think that she was going to kick him out, though? Because he
No,
didn't say
I know.
anything during that fight.
Right.
Like, he was the one person who was silent.
He's her connection back to her other
Right.
boys.
Right.
Because, yeah, there's a 10%. Yeah, she can feed them, but they can still all turn on her.
Yeah.
But if she
Exactly.
has Jay kind of finding out what they're doing, you know,
Yeah.
he's her little spy.
And that's what she said.
Yeah.
You know, just be careful because you can't be a spy and have
Right.
them trust you.
Right.
So it'll just be really interesting to see what he does with that and exactly like whose side he goes on, or if he tries to like play all of them,
Oh.
which would be really interesting.
Oh my
I could
God.
see,
Right?
No, I could. Now that you said
Because
that,
he's a smart kid.
Honestly,
I
a
could
life
see
changer,
him.
so
I could
yeah.
see him trying to do that.
He's all pulling a Cartman. Screw you guys.
I
I'm
know,
going home.
right? Exactly.
I could see that. That's true.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, just getting a bunch of money and booking it.
Right?
I don't
Leaving
know. I
somewhere,
mean,
no?
I don't know. I kind of feel like at the end of the day, that's how most of these type of situations go. Like, for example, the town, you rob banks, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, everyone gets their own cut, they just kind of go their own way.
Right.
So maybe
Right.
that's how
Maybe.
it'll end season-wise.
think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
That'd be a good wrap up if for any reason they don't get a season 3, just to kind of.
Oh, they'll get a season
I know
3.
they'll get a season.
Oh, they'll
3,
get a
but
season
just
3.
in case.
Okay, let's see
It's
what
a
people
great-
are saying in the chat. Jasmine says Craig needs to drop her ASAP. She just wants his drugs and stuff.
And stuff.
Yeah, and stuff
Yeah.
in quotes for those of you who can't see it. Yeah, she's about that. She's about her drugs.
This is her little out. This is her acting up.
This is her trying to get back at like Papa. You
Yeah.
know, totally.
Daddy issues.
Daddy
to the max.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you got that much money. You don't know what to do with
Do
it.
with
It's
it.
like, dang it, I had
act
to move
out.
it to Guam.
I
Oh,
know.
my life. Get over it, Nikki.
Exactly. And moving on to Baz, and we see Lucy. Lucy pops up from out of nowhere. She was out
Just
in
came from
Solvang.
Solvang.
I know.
Was that Lucy? I'm so
Yeah.
confused. I'm like,
Okay.
what? Who are you? What
I
did
need
you
to
do
go
to
on
yourself?
IMDb because
She
that
looks so
actress
different,
looks different,
right?
and her accent is gone. We mentioned that
I know.
earlier.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was Lucy.
She's taking some accent class, like getting rid of the
She's like the Sofia
ESL
Vergara of
classes.
the,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
you know?
Right? Yeah.
It's like, wait, girl.
But she
Puerto
like,
Rico,
you know, she asked him, "Are you still with Catherine?" So, and he says, "No, like I'm not together with her anymore." And she's like, "Well, I'm not coming if her stuff is still at your place." Which I mean, any woman,
Of
any
course.
self-respecting woman would say that too.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, if he's got a comfier bed than I do, I don't know. Whatever.
And we can make it. You know,
I can
a
scoot her
register.
clothes.
Yeah.
Good.
But did you guys hear the comment that she made where she's like, "Oh, where's Kat?" And he said she's not here, or whatever. And she's
Right.
like, "Oh, she took off with the guy that she's cheating on you with, or whatever."
Right. Mhm.
Right?
Something
She
like
said
that,
something
yeah.
like that. Mm-hmm. And
And
he
that's what
didn't.
thinks.
Yeah. So that's what made me think like he
That he
definitely
doesn't
doesn't know.
Wow, why did I
Yeah.
think? I'm gonna go back and watch it. And to see
Yeah.
why I thought that. It was kind of. I thought it was cool in an empowering way though to see Lucy in San Diego because I feel like she's now in control of the situation. Even though it's not her home turf, like she has a control over Baz because he doesn't know if Catherine, I guess now, if Catherine could show up out of nowhere and she can kind of be like, yeah, I got your man, like what up, you know? It's very, you know, it's very
Experience.
no, I don't have.
I know.
Just no, guys. But I don't know. To me, I felt a sense of like confidence in her just being there.
Yeah, you could tell. You could definitely tell that she was more empowered now, knowing that he wants her there.
Yeah.
and she has the power to say maybe.
Right.
Whereas before it was like
He
he'd
came
come
at his own,
whenever.
yeah.
he was just kind of there.
She just kind of waited around for him, and now it's like,
Exactly.
no, you're gonna sit
Now
back.
I'm gonna let you
I'll
marinate.
decide when I want to come to San Diego and visit you.
Exactly.
Like,
She kind of reminds me of a girl.
yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
exactly.
You know.
Exactly. Totally. Let's see in the chat. Jasmine says Darren and Craig only want to be nice to him, meaning Jay, first just to get what they want. Yeah. Yeah.
Have they really been nice to him? If being nice is forcing someone into your car and
throwing
telling him
his
to
bike.
skip school, yeah.
But they do want him on his team, so.
They need him. They're
We should
idiots.
welcome Red Hood 27, by the way.
Yes.
Hey,
Red.
welcome. Jay's
That's
gonna
right.
start running shit. He's
Oh,
just waiting for his family to blow up. Yeah, I could totally see that.
Yeah. And then he's probably going to be like, peace, I'm out. He's going to buy a whole bunch of stuff on that credit card
He's gonna
and be
throw
like,
them all
deuces.
in jail. Imagine he just turns them
Exactly.
all
He's gonna buy
in.
that
He's
bar.
clean.
Exactly.
He's gonna say,
Then
thanks
he's gonna
for
have
starting that
Darren
business deal,
work for
Darren.
him, and yeah.
Exactly.
No, you get me a beer, bitch. Totally. That's
Too funny.
what happens when you're bullied.
Exactly. All right. I think that sums up everything in
That's
this
pretty much,
episode, right?
yeah.
Can I just say one thing?
Uh-huh.
Ending on the episode, what did you guys think and feel when you saw Lena getting out of the car?
Yes, let's talk about Lena.
Mm.
That's
Oh
Baz.
my gosh,
Because
that
Baz
was
is
a
being
big-
a horrible
He's like
dad.
the biggest douche in this
Yes.
episode
Yeah.
so far, right? But
He
it's
doesn't
like,
remember his daughter
I
at
know.
all.
No,
but do you
how-
think
like,
that's
I
because
was
of
just like, no
Catherine? Like he does
affection.
it, she reminds him of her.
Could.
So he's trying to let go of that.
you know what?
Could
I
be.
honestly thought that he was kind of having a Smurf moment, as in like he's kind of losing it because of the sleeping with other girls and blah blah blah. I just kind of feel
Right.
like he's like, I don't want to think about anything, not even my daughter.
Right. I don't want to have any responsibility
Yeah,
like
not
that.
so much Cat,
right.
like she reminds me of Cat. That's what I think, but I feel like he's just
a selfish idiot.
being mean. Yeah.
Like the worst.
Like,
Yeah.
would rather sleep with this random chick in the bar than
Right.
remember to pick up his daughter. Forgets that she was at the beach. Oh, wait, the
A
beach
mess.
scene, guys.
Yes.
The-
that was weird.
But
Okay,
you
so
know
we know
what?
who's gonna get killed
I
next.
Saw,
I know.
No, I saw some humanity in Pope, which I feel like
Yes,
that
in
goes
this
back
episode
to them
we did.
wanting to change.
Yeah.
Because I feel like to him, and guys in the chat, let me know if you saw this too, but that moment he kind of has this little like smirk on his face, but it wasn't evil. It was more of like, wait, somebody trusts me to like watch their kid. Like,
Right.
Wow,
I'm
that's
not
true.
viewed as this giant monster in the way that he was last season.
Yeah.
Where every time we saw him, we all kind of jumped, and this time it was this very like, he's the one taking Lena to the beach, and he's the one being sincere.
Right.
That's what I noticed.
Now,
That's
would
what
you
I was
guys
thinking.
ever leave your daughter with some random dude on the beach?
No, that could
Right?
not have been, like he could have been lying. Lena could not have been his. Like
Yeah.
on the swing.
Just by looking
Exactly.
at Hope, though,
Yeah.
he's got a little creepy look.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
that lady-
so weird and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder what the point of it was, right?
I don't know,
I honestly
maybe-
think it was just to show that good side of him.
Or maybe
Maybe.
she'll come back.
I think
Or
she's
maybe,
gonna come
yeah.
back. I
She's
You think
playing a
there's
part.
a
she's gonna
little
come
love
back.
interest
Yeah.
there? Maybe?
Yeah, I think maybe something's gonna happen
Taking
with
the
that because
kids
that
on
was a
dates.
very like poignant
Next episode's
scene.
play date.
They're like, where
Playing
you
in the
Pup? He's like,
sand.
don't worry about it. You see
Yeah.
him like hanging out with the kids, like tossing them in the air.
Exactly. Let's see. So Sam Jones says, yeah, Baz was being a fuckboy tonight. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Always though.
Croft, I think. I can't see that.
2009
2009 said that about what Pope says to Jay at the end. Oh, yeah.
In
Jay.
that, yeah, the be
Please
careful.
be careful, man.
Yep.
I think Jay, I didn't say this before, but I think Jay is going to become what Pope used to be to Smurf. Her
Which
little
was?
minion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She'll
Wait a second.
kind of try to get him to do
Hold
her,
that for
her dirty
predictions.
stuff.
'Cause I think we're
Oh.
about there.
Let's jump on
I think
in.
it's time for predictions.
All right.
Yes.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right. So I'll let you go, Leslie, since you
Thanks,
had
since
that
I
prediction.
started it unintentionally. So I think going off of what Cough 2009 says, yeah, I think that Jay is going to become Smurf's minion in the way that, I don't know why I keep using the word goons and minions. I'm stuck in like children's language.
No worries. We
It's all good.
understand.
We understand.
But
yeah.
I definitely see that happening where she's gonna try to get Jay to like kill people for her, get money for her, but Jay's smarter than that and not as emotionally attached to her as Pope is. So I could see it all blowing up in her face. That's it.
I like that.
Mic
Boom.
drop.
Damn. I have nothing to say. Well, you two and people watching us and listening to us. I am the newbie, so I am assuming that we are predicting.
Predicting
the
what you
end
think is
of
going
the
to happen,
season,
or
or
just
next-
like the
next
next episode.
episode.
Yeah, next episode.
Season 2, Season 3, end of Season 2. As far as you want to go.
Well, I think that Baz is going to change. And I think, you know how you think that Pope was Smurf's minion?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like something in Baz is going to turn around and he's going to like really like Smurf more than he does now. Like genuinely. That's what I feel. I don't
Okay.
know.
Like one of those, like, you don't know what you got till it's gone. Like, he'll come around.
I don't know,
because
because I feel like he sticks up for her, or he tells her that he sticks up for her, whatever. So I don't know.
Okay.
No,
I
that's
mean,
a good one.
I
That's
like
a good
it.
one,
She's
yeah.
a better grandma than he's a dad right now.
God,
Right?
He sucks. He forgot his
As
own
a-
daughter. Like,
yeah,
hey
as a
man, glad
dad.
you could come. He's like, I have your kid. I
I
kind
know.
of had to.
to.
Douche.
Oh god.
Man,
Alina.
some people. Okay, predictions. I predict that Jay, I think he's gonna try to play all three sides. Like, I think he's so smart, and I don't think he's as emotionally attached, like you said, to Smurf. But I don't think he's emotionally attached to anyone in the family. I think he's just kind of there because he has nowhere else to go, and he doesn't have a family. He's never really had a stable family, so I think it's just like, I'm here until I graduate.
Right. Till he gets his GED.
Exactly.
At least.
And then I'm going to go. So I could see him just trying to, like, figure out which dynamic best suits him at what time and how to play all of those. I think Baz is probably going to wig out sometime this season in some sort of way. I don't know. I don't think them working separately is going to end well at all, because they're already sloppy together.
Yeah,
like,
true.
And we did
separated.
see it
Oh my goodness.
in that little preview they show on TNT. They actually do the yacht thing. Did you guys see they were on? Someone had like cake smashed in their face.
Oh no, I didn't
So
see
I think that I feel like that would kind of go along with maybe
Dang, I missed it.
Darren
Yeah.
and Craig. It was
I
like
blinked.
it was very fast. Maybe like Darren and Craig try to do the yacht thing. The other guys try to do the church thing. It just blows up in their
Yeah.
face.
I just don't think it's gonna end well. I mean, they need to be working together. Other than, and even at that, there's always loose ends.
Yeah.
So
These
that's
boys.
my prediction for.
Actually, you know what? I
today.
changed my mind.
Okay.
Oh, we're
I
back.
think Lena's going to take over.
Lena's
Her
gonna
and
be
her
the new
dolls.
Smurf.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's gonna be like,
Exactly.
She's
do
like, I know
this.
what you did, Pope. I'm not dumb.
Listen to this.
She's like, I was awake. I saw the whole thing.
Joke's on you. Boom.
Oh, that's
She
right.
recorded it.
Yep.
Kids have iPhones now, you know? Oh my god.
But yeah, I guess we'll see.
We will
We will see. I'm excited.
Me
Let's
too.
see. Should we see if anyone has predictions too?
Yes.
Let's see.
Oh, somebody agrees with my prediction. Jasmine, thank you. See, Sam Jones says, yeah, Jay's a smart kid. He knows what's up. He's just trying to figure out the best time, to finesse them all.
Oh,
I agree
fancy.
completely. I'm with you there, Sam. So yeah, I think that wraps up this episode. Can't wait till
That's
next
it, guys.
episode.
No.
Where can the good people find you guys?
Oh, where? Hey, let me tell you. Hey guys, so you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at In Less Than No Time.
You can find me on Instagram at Laylizzle.
And you guys can find me on all social media at Alina Vision, and that's Vision with 2 S's. Don't forget to rate us on iTunes, leave comments below. We love seeing your comments. Give us a thumbs up. And we'll see you guys next time. Same time, same place.
Yeah.
Next week. Yeah.
We'll see ya.
Until
Hopefully
next
we'll get
time.
some cast members on here too for you guys.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
we will. Working on it. All right. See you guys.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.